Before I knew Jesus, I felt alone. I was very trapped in all of my choices. So I remember when I was young, a young teenager, my mother got saved and she married a very godly man. They shared the gospel with me often, but I was very not ready for that. I really didn't want to have a part of that. I remember telling them that if your God is who you say he is, then he knows exactly what I need for him to reach my heart. When I placed my faith in Jesus, I was 20 years old. I was in that dark place, a place of darkness that I've never experienced before. I was actually in the hospital, just gave birth to my first son. I was in a very unhealthy relationship with his father, and it was a very dangerous relationship. I had a dream that night, and the Lord was speaking to me so vividly, and he showed me at this moment it was time to make a choice. I had two roads placed in front of me, and I could go down this dark road that was cold and scary and where I was gonna be alone, or I could go down this other road that was very warm. And I woke up from that dream. I remember looking at my son's father and seeing him for exactly who he was. And it was some type of possession. And I would say it was from a demonic dimension in a way. And it was just a very uncomfortable, scary thing. At that moment, I decided that I needed Jesus. And I called out to him, I prayed, and my life has never been the same since. So many years went by where I walked with the Lord, and then I started to get thrown some trials in life. And at that time, I completely started to become lukewarm in my walk. So life recently threw me more trials, and then this time, instead of running further away from the Lord, I ran straight back into his arms. So my life since finding Jesus is indescribable. It is a peace that you get from nothing else in this world. Nobody can give it to you. Learning to obey him and be in his word and understand what he wants. For me, as his child, it gives me every peace of mind that I could ask for. I am getting baptized because I publicly want to display my love and obedience to the Lord. I literally want to shout to everybody so that they can understand and feel Jesus' love for them too. Just remembering that the Lord knocked and I answered, and he's been knocking and I didn't answer for a long time, was worth everything now, knowing that I'm going to be sitting with him.
You'd all agree that one of the greatest blessings the Lord pours on us is our children, no matter how they come into our lives. My wife and I determined before we got married there would be no stepchildren. Not that we would take anybody's place in their lives, but we would have our own place in their lives. And Rebecca has truly been a great blessing to me ever since she's come into my life. So, Rebecca, I love you very much. I'm blessed that you asked me to baptize you today, and I'm extremely honored to baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.